My teens.
Melvin, brother of the Joker. Melvin, brother of the Joker. Melvin, brother of the Joker.
Oh, my bad. I completely missed you there. I was really focused on what was on the screen. Were you waiting long? Didn't ask.
But you did ask me.
You assumed I was asking about how long I made you wait. As if I would bother with the trivial frivolity of keeping time for you. You swine. You wretched little beast. When I asked if you were waiting long, I meant how long have you been waiting for the greatest crossover known to man?
I'm more confused than when we started. Have you been taking your meds?
This is me on my meds, okay? You don't want to see me off them. You know what's good for you? You'd answer the fucking question.
Jesus, man, I don't even remember.
What? What is the greatest crossover known to man?
I don't know, those Jimmy Neutron versus Timmy Turner movies?
Jimmy Neutron versus Timmy Turner. That's really your best answer. I think this is some kind of game. One last chance, Mr. Funny Man. Mr. Funny Bones Jones. Mr. Man Haha Make Laughing Man. What is the best crossover?
I don't know.
I think I'm clean. Hi there! Hey, my name is Maru, and welcome to the cesspool I like to call my channel. I like to make videos about anime, cartoons, films, and general commentary. Shit, the last two videos were a Button and a Colleen Ballinger apology video, so really, it could be anything on this channel. So if that interests you at all, please go ahead and subscribe and stay tuned, because cesspool is only gonna get worse from here. As I was saying, today's topic will be a half-hour TV special made by 4Kids Entertainment. Sorry, I just found some more blood. It was made way back in 2003. And what's the name of the half-hour special? So great, I just iced myself for it. There's a little fourth wall break for you. The Fight for the Foxbox. That's right. If you're curious as to how I'm opening up a coffee. I don't know if that gets me copyright. I'm new to this. That's right. If you're curious as to how, as a species, we got to a point in history where the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles name drop Shaman King.
We can do to help.
Yeah, well, hurry it up, because I also wanted to catch the Foxbox premiere of Shaman King.
Shaman King?
You gotta see this, Leo. It's awesome.
And you're not alone, because after skimming the reviews of people reminiscing about this special during its premiere, no one really gets why this was a thing. It was essentially the media mogul known as 4Kids Entertainment's last-ditch effort at a promotional special for a couple series that were coming back out, as well as some new ones that they were trying to hype up. Except instead of making an actual special with effort, they decided to rip footage from all the shows premiering and got American dub actors to vomit on the mic a little bit, and voila. Look, we got Mikey and Sonic and Kirby and Robot Dude. Let's take a look at the shows premiering real quick. So judging by the lineup, if we're gonna be honest, I don't think anyone was proud of this at the time. It shows a lot as they resorted to promotional DVDs that they just mailed out, since a lot of the Fox stations opted out on airing this trash. And guess who was the lucky owner of one of those discs? That's right. Me. I don't still have it or anything. Are you stupid or something? That shit's fucking ancient. I threw that out. Probably at the bottom of a landfill, if I'm gonna be honest. Luckily, it's on YouTube for free. And if it wasn't for free on legal sites, I wouldn't view it whatsoever. Steal it. So no more dilly-dallying. Let's take a look at Fight for the Foxbox. Bavix? The fight for the Foxbox. So the special starts in stellar fashion as we get a quick rundown of the villain lineup. We got the classics like good old Shredder, Dr. Eggman, King Dedede, Sci-Fi Mr. Burns, and Phone. So really all the classics are on display today.
Before has there been a teaming up of a group this powerful? You're the most evil, diabolical individuals ever assembled!
That is a bold statement, faceless evil voice. Unless Gramps and Nokia Man here are secretly war criminals, I'm gonna call bullshit.
Common enemy. I hope he wasn't talking about tooth decay, cause in your case, we're a little too late.
What's this guy talking about? He's only got 4 teeth himself.
Oh lord, I knew the dubbing was gonna be non-existent, but this is rough. So I won't bore you with the setup, even though I'm sure you'd love to listen to this voice explain everything.
Millions watch as that accursed network broadcasts episode after episode, glorifying our enemies and showcasing our defeats.
But the faceless voice lets the villains and us, the audience, in on what the master plan is here. Essentially, the Foxbox broadcast is their common enemy, as it glorifies all of the heroes. So the faceless voice plans on shutting down the current Foxbox broadcast, it's a fucking tongue twister, and replace it with their own broadcast, where the villains always win. Which is like, what the fuck? That seems like too much power? Can you just put whatever you want on instead? Couldn't you just make the episode where the hero dies? I mean, I guess that's the greater idea Faceless Voice is getting at, but I'm really getting uncomfortable with all the implications. I don't trust any of these men with the ability to bend reality like it's fucking putty. So Faceless Voice here starts listing off to each of them exactly how they could shape this world with their wills. And somehow the radio signal between all these different people, sorry, people and Penguin, gets caught by a random police radio.
One with the Foxbox broadcast.
Well, not just any random police radio. This radio belongs to the Funky Cops.
Code.
What? The codes were stolen?
And I'll be honest, if you showed me just the frame and told me it was a character from a show called Funky Cops, I'd slap you thinking me a fool. Who would believe such a thing? But no, it's real. First episode aired in 2003 and it's actually got decent reviews. So how are they gonna shut down the Foxbox? Well, with the Foxbox codes, of course.
I'm sending each of you part of the secret code. Keep it a secret!
Apparently, when this first aired, you could visit this website they mentioned later and put in the codes to get the Foxbox back on air, which all in all is a really cool idea if they had any original animation to go with it. Ends up being a lot of find code, show code, move to next set piece. So anyways, Faceless gives each of the villains a separate part of the whole code, and Funky Cops set out to find the codes as well.
Assembled will the Foxbox go back on the air with programming we control.
What a bummer. Huh? Hey, look at the bright side. This may be the biggest case of our careers.
Oh, and also other heroes find out, but I'm not putting more time in explaining this mess than it took me to watch it. It's about 30 minutes. At least no more time than it took to hobble all this footage and audio together in Avid. But that's just the tea from the Dr. Eggman voice actor. Sorry I can't remember your name, dude. Oddly enough, it's the character with one of the biggest mouths. Before we move on to the next set piece, I just want you to be aware that Funky Cops has a disco theme song. And it's just as good as you think. It's better, in fact.
And when we gotta make tracks, it's time for the 8-track.
When these guys are on patrol, ain't gonna be no rock and roll. Funky Cops.
Seed in San Francisco.
God, if the characters didn't look like reject Crimson Chins off a medicine cabinet of barbiturates, I'd really consider giving the show a watch. So we abruptly cut to Saturday in New York City, and you can really tell it's New York since the sky is the color of the big old pizza pie. Gotta love that air pollution. Very, very pretty. And we intro our Shelled heroes with Mikey being hella relatable, as usual.
Oh yes! Saturday morning tune time! This is what life's all about! Hey! What gives? This isn't Ultimate Muscle! I want my Ultimate Muscle! Donnie!
Donatello informs us that their TV signal should be fine, so the issue is clearly something else. This really heats up the Green Boys, Raph especially.
If I miss this week's Kirby, heads are gonna roll.
Heats him up so much, in fact, he demands Mikey play the Shaman King promo tape. You know, the one they just keep around.
Yeah, well, hurry it up, because I also wanted to catch the Foxbox premiere of Shaman King.
Shaman King?
You gotta see this, Leo. It's awesome. Mikey, run the Shaman King promo we taped.
And that's our intro into the next section. This special is struggling to meet 30 minutes, and it's noticeable to say the least. 5 minutes in. Jesus fucking Christ.
Hey, lady! Down in front!
Michelangelo, do not make me come back there.
Sorry, Sensei. I got it.
Was that like a hint of Splinter being an abusive father figure? Gotta love the realism. So this is legitimately them just playing the Shaman King teaser promo. And normally I just move to the next juicy portion, but trust me, you're gonna want to see this.
Not alone, Morty.
Get a quick rundown explaining how these guys met. No explanation on why this guy's built like that, but I digress. I don't really have any more commentary other than we really, as a society, said, Shaman King, yeah, we're okay with that. This is content we crave.
Rapid tempo! No one could ever stop that move!
Actually, strike that from the record. If that dude speaks like that the whole series, I'm all for it. I'm 100% in.
I can't believe he stopped that move!
Oh my god. The spear kid with his stupid clit spear hair has a fake British accent. I guess that settles it. My next review is the Shaman King series, guys.
Wow, Raph, you're right. Shaman King does look cool. Yeah, it's from the same dudes that made Yu-Gi-Oh! So you know it's gonna kick butt! Guys.
God, it's really amazing how well written this is. Almost makes you forget it's a promotion for... What was it again?
Shaman King.
Sorry, forgot for a second there. So once they finish the promo piece, Donatello lets them in on what we already know so far about the Foxbox shutdown and the codes and stuff. And before we move on, I have to say it's rather impressive. I've covered 2 terrible anime dubs on this channel so far, but neither of those have anything on how terrible this dub is.
We fought evil ninjas, evil robots, evil monsters, but canceling my Saturday morning cartoons? That's the evilest evil ever! We've got to do something!
It's kind of ridiculous, so it looks like we're sticking to the same card transition thing, and we're in a galaxy far, far away. Sorry, it's kind of far away, whatever that means. Oh my god, is that Big the fucking cat? I fucking love Big the fucking cat. Yes! Yes! Ow, my hand. So this segment, I would say, is my favorite part by far, if my memory serves me correctly.
Code red. Intruder alert.
Granted, that just means they picked the best scenes from the Sonic X show, but it's pretty and it fast and it go bang zoom, so I like it. Also, not going to lie, I was a little Sonic fanboy at this time in my childhood, so you know, my ass was rewatching this part forever. I mean, how could you not like him? He's such a smarmy asshole. It speaks to me. But anyways, Sonic is fucking shit up until he gets hit by this spring thing that sends him flying, and also Tails is there with Amy, and they're getting shot down in the Tails airplane thing.
Tails, the plane's on fire! What are we gonna do? We're gonna save Sonic!
That's not an answer to the question, Tails. What do we do? So Tails shoots a missile at Sonic that has Ring in it, and this allows him to rebound and pinball all the way back to Eggman. And Sonic gets straight to it and demands the Foxbox codes from Eggman.
Sonic! What are you doing here?
I heard you had one of the Foxbox broadcast codes.
That's right.
But Eggman is a true genius, a man several steps ahead of not just the enemy, but even himself. He has digitized the codes and implanted them in his robot, who will only give up the codes if asked by Eggman himself.
Digitally implanted in the memory of my robot, Deco. And he will only divulge it if I ask him to.
But you can tell they were really running out of ideas on how to use the footage they had. Sorry, my phone said it reached maximum capacity on video, so I had to delete a bunch of shit. Where were we? But anyways, you can tell they were running out of ideas for how to use footage and not ask for any reshoots from the voice actors, because Sonic just gets the codes like this.
Ask him.
Not a chance. You're not getting me to ask what's the code, Deco.
The code is 9HT6A.
Ha! Thanks, Deco.
Wow. So Sonic speeds off with the codes and Eggman dies in a nuclear disaster.
Yeah, you won't get away. Neither will I.
They really don't give this special much time to breathe, because we immediately cut to Planet Popstar with King Dedede and the snail dude. Yes, I forgot his name, okay? So this one really just gets into, hey, I'm King Dedede, and you'd be lame to miss the newest season territory. They're laying it on real thick. It's also a little more funny when you realize Dedede and the snail are talking shit about the Cappies in Cappy Town directly to their face.
I've congregated you here to tell you about a Major League Big Time change coming to the Kirby Right Back At You show. As you all know, Kirby's the little bitty pink pain in the butt who got sidetracked from his 300-year space journey because his starship detected monsters here in Dreamland. These two crummy kids named Tiff and Tuff took a liking to Kirby, and they've been helping him make friends and find a home here in Cappy Town. That's where all these strange-looking Cappies live. It's vile.
So after King Dedede explains that he is essentially their new God King, since he has the Foxbox codes, and I mean, what are they gonna do about it? This little yellow girl creature runs in to tell Meta Knight, and also Meta Knight is Hispanic.
Meta Knight, we've got big trouble. Dedede got his hands on one of the Foxbox broadcast codes, and now he's gonna change the Kirby show.
Change the Kirby show. We must stop him. Go to Kaboo. He will know what to do.
I'm not offended. I just have more questions, like why specifically Meta Knight is Hispanic. Also, I would personally love, as a Hispanic male myself, if every sentence I start, you could hear a Spanish guitar in the background. Like, that'd be fucking cool. So Meta Knight tells her to go see this Tiki Island head guy named Kaboo. You can stop with the guitar. I don't need any more. Oh, God.
Dedede's got one of the Foxbox broadcast codes, Kaboo. We have to get it back before...
I know already. Shut up, bitch.
I know all about it, and where the codes are hidden. You must get to...
Oh my God, he has a Jamaican accent. I just noticed that. No time to ingest how racist that was. Now we are somewhere over Bubble Town in the future. Owl Blimp. Okay, so far I'm interested.
My luck has really changed, Kilobot. First I switched from that dull and boring network to the Foxbox, and now I get to join the baddest group on television.
Ooh, are we getting Foxbox tea? Did Foxbox steal this geezer from some other channel? How taboo?
There's King Dedede, Shredder, and of course the baddest one of all.
Where are you going to hide the secret code?
God damn it. I really was hoping he would say his name so I didn't have to look it up. I'm still not looking it up. So the science guy is going to try what Eggman did and put it in the robot's memory. Except his is different because he's got this smiley thing and it's 3D.
There's the world!
Dr. K may be a fool, but I hope he succeeds.
Oh, thank God. I'll probably just call him Science Guy. It's easier. But now we come full circle as the robot guy lets us in on his hate for funky cops, and by in part his hate for all things disco.
If we can take over the Foxbox, that means we can stop the funky cops. And if we stop the funky cops, that means we can stop disco from making a comeback. I hate disco.
I veer into loving and hating this. Right now I'm stuck a little bit in between. My cheeks are firmly resting on the fence post, you could say. Speaking of disco, we head over to Frisco Town. I'm Hispanic, but saying that made me feel super white.
Nothing foolish about folk. Funky cops, they got the look.
Yes.
They have a separate theme song, only for driving around, I can assume. I love that.
So
okay, pause for a second. Let's all just take this shot in. Really just look at it. It's honestly an art piece unto itself. I can assure you, without even looking closely, that perfectly follows the golden ratio.
So you say your name's Meat?
That's right, Detective.
Okay. Pause for a different reason.
I find that very hard to believe, you know. Let me get this straight. You believe me when I tell you that I live in the future, that I fly around in spaceships, and that I was cryogenically frozen for 10 years, but you have trouble believing my name is Meat?
You expect us to believe anything you say, you diaper-wearing, no-neck loudmouth?
Whoa, wow. Where did all of this aggression come from? Meat here was being very nice. The least you could do is respect the man. I think he's a man with a voice like that. Man, respect this man's name. Call him Meat.
You're really who you say you are. Then what's happening next on Ultimate Muscle?
Oh, go fuck yourself, you mutton-chopped freak. So yeah, that's our intro to the next portion. They just asked Meat here to give a recap of Ultimate Muscle series up until now. Also, there's a cowboy song.
Big bad boys from outer space. Get a body slam, the human race.
Yeehaw. Whatever. And yet again, I'm at a loss for words. This was a show that was allowed. Like, my mother ragged on me for years, thinking SpongeBob was funny. Little did that small Colombian lady know that stuff like this is inflicting itself on our reality. So, Meat just runs through all the other wrestlers that they've beat, and I will say, these wrestlers are very interesting. There's the Pumpinator, who is a giant wrestling sneaker.
He was up against the lean, mean wrestling machine named Pumpinator. That's right, a giant sneaker. No.
And this dinosaur guy whose hands turn into a T-Rex thing. He doesn't get a name.
There was that dinosaur whose paw turned into a jaw.
And ooh, this phone guy from the start. What's his name?
Who can forget that demented demon named Diabolic? At first I thought he was a poser, but he turned out to be more phone than phony.
Ooh. Diabolic. That's good. That's good. So yada yada, exposition here, yada yada, exposition there. They show us a butt guy who I'm questioning if I have to censor. Also this skyscraper guy who's kneeing this dude like he's George St. Pierre. And a toilet. Just a toilet with abs. For your very strong shits.
You think we're bozos?
Yes.
What do you take us for? A couple of complete total idiots?
Yup.
The next thing you'll be telling us is that there are a bunch of mutant turtles running loose in New York City.
Wait, is that how we God damn it!
Seen, they move through your world. Unsung, they fight against enemies you do not even suspect exist. 14.
Yeah, I'll admit, I did not think that existed. Whatever it is. Or that. So this next part is literally just the promo piece for TMNT. Honestly, I'm pretty surprised we didn't get here with Meat saying, oh well, actually, let me grab my TMNT promo tape. But anyways, I just skip past this part and head back to Popstar. That's the Kirby planet if you forgot. I had to write it down on my hand, so don't feel bad.
Safe and sound.
Hold it!
Well, who let in all the riffraff?
Holy fuck, no, he's right. We saw Kirby and the girl run in. Where did all of these dudes come from? Oh, and that kid!
Lost, it's ours. Don't worry, Escargoon, they ain't getting this code no how, no way.
I can't believe what my ears have ingested. The snail's name is Escargoon. That's just genius. That's just genius. So they get attacked by this techno mole, and Kirby sucks a mirror up and starts instant transmissioning everywhere and kicking its ass. And then he ends up pulling a Trunks versus Frieza.
Hey, there they go!
Well, the fact that you left the chest with your part of the Foxbox code behind puts a big dent in our plans.
So that's right. They panic once the mole goes kaput and left their codes behind. And let me guess, transition card to the next scene?
5, 1.
Call me Nostradamus. So now we're on a muscle planet and Diabolic is fucking up the muscle guy. But at this point we're just looking for ways to give them the codes, because muscle guy just picks them up and starts flexing until he gives him it. Except muscle guy can't see it, so he loses apparently. But the announcers say it out loud in case any of the children watching at home are too busy huffing glue to notice the code on the phone screen.
I don't get it, Doc. Why would the number MM881 get Kid Muscle so upset?
MM881 is part of the Foxbox code. But as far as what the rest of the code is, that's really anyone's guess.
And that's all we get for the set piece. Next. You know, with specials like this, I'm really not surprised our rates of ADHD are going up.
Alright guys, anyone find anything?
So the turtles are driving around the city looking for codes, and I gotta say this graph Donatello made is sending me over the edge. This thing kills me. Truly, this is the new axis of evil. So they talk about how they need all the parts of the code to get the Foxbox back online fully. And April uses her last 2 brain cells to come up with the plan of making a website, wink, wink, where the rest of the codes can be input by other shows.
April had a great idea.
If we can find the Shredder's part of the code, maybe someone else will find the other pieces. Don and I have set up a website, SaveTheFoxbox.com. Anyone who finds a piece of the Foxbox broadcast codes can log on and enter it. The codes will be reassembled, and the Foxbox will be back on the air in no time.
And I do have to say, if this was actually well done, I think it would have been really cool. Like, this is genuinely a cool concept that, it would have eaten this up as a child, but it just kind of ends up being But it feels like we've been in one set piece for far too long, and Raph seems to think so as well.
That ain't an intro for another sneak peek. I don't know what is.
So the next 30 seconds are just a commercial for Sonic X, and more so than the special has already been. They even sell it as the show based off the hit video game.
Sonic X is the classic video game transformed into an all-new super animated series.
Like, which one? But we're gonna hit the Gwitty instead and move on to the next part. I hated that. We're hitting a good pace here and in the home stretch, boys and girls. But I'll just warn you, it does not get better. This has been a downhill slope throughout, and we're ending it by hitting a brick wall, people. I hope you're ready. Anyways, we head back into Bubble Town as this mecha is causing havoc.
They'll never get the secret code from...
God, this looks fucking terrible. This is a level of 3D that I doubt even looked good back then. So, as far as I can tell, the Rubik's Cube robot guy has to knock out this big guy's memory crystal. At least that's what the Play-Doh monster girl said.
All Cubix has to do is knock out Culminator's memory unit. Then Chip and Cerebrix can get the secret code.
And I will remember that in my nightmares, so trust me. So once they do that, this nerd downloads the code, and that's that. Next. We're back in NYC in April O'Neil's shop, and the turtles aren't doing too good, as you can see.
Leo, what happened?
Michelangelo lets us know with his dying breath the code that they were looking for, but the Foot are right behind him and ready to lay a smackdown. And the smackdown they lay, along with Shredder, who just arrived as well. And eventually the turtles and crew get cornered in this closet like a can of sardines, and Shredder locks them inside and burns the whole place down.
Your
worthless lives.
Holy fuck, Shredder does not give a fuck about the collateral damage. Those cops are dead. So we end the special with all the villains detailing how they failed. Except Shredder, he's fully convinced he snuffed out the turtles. But it's all good since all the codes are still separate, right? I probably clipped the mic with that. Well, no, as the Faceless Voice reminds us, since that website is up, if anyone happened to see all the codes, wink, wink, then they can put them into the website and get the Foxbox back online. Oh, and Faceless Guy gets revealed to be this blue child who beats up his brother.
If anyone saw all the parts of the code, they can enter it there and restore the network. And that would make me mad at you.
And you don't want to make me mad, because when I get mad, that's when I get even.
Wayne Crimp? What are you doing?
Nothing, Mother. Just plotting to destroy the Foxbox.
If you see your brother, send him down, and don't you be late.
I'll be there for sure. Just tying up some loose ends.
I won't let you get away with this.
The only one getting away is you.
I don't know, but that was it. We end the special with a cliffhanger of if the turtles survive or not.
Enemy. How will Kid Muscle flush Hollywood Bowl? And is this really the end for the Ninja Turtles? We may never know without the codes to the Foxbox. If you can help, log on to SaveTheFoxbox.com.
Well, fuck. I guess I should input the codes. I don't want the turtles to be dead turtles. Well, guess they're dead. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I've been enjoying looking at stuff I vaguely remember from my childhood, so expect more of that from this channel, because I've been enjoying the past uploads of, just more of the more, like, catchy topics, like the Colleen Ballinger stuff and Button. And I'll probably still do stuff like that from time to time, just to see if I can get any traction, but content like this is what I genuinely love doing, and I would love to get a viewership through this type of content. So if you guys like and enjoy, go ahead and leave a like. Go ahead and subscribe and join the cesspool. Stay tuned for the next one. Peace.
Tooth and nail labor, face it, canines be metal lace. Learn from your experience and never let a lesson waste. The circle never ends. Goddamn, this depressing shape.